everyone, welcome back to my channel, Diamond Goddess. Oops. I hope everyone is doing well today. If you're new, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. So, I am still working on Awake Your Magic by Anne Stokes. So, something crazy happened that I didn't think would happen at all. Because in the 33 years I've been on this planet, I've never found anyone with my name, my first name. Because it's really unique. But I'm in a group for an event that doesn't start till May. But the person hosting the event is doing little things while we build up to her event. And there was a welcome message to new members, and I read my first name, Atlanta. And I'm like, you already welcomed me. And then I looked, and oh my God, somebody else has my first name. I never thought in a million years I'd find it. So I had to message her and be like, oh my God, I've never thought I'd meet somebody that has my first name. She's like, neither did I. So that was crazy, but also really cool. So not many people know this because I kind of kept this separate. Some of you do, but I do have my own shop. I am owner and entrepreneur of. It has nothing to do with diamond painting, but I was told I should tell you about my shop anyway. So it is called From Ashes We Rise Apothecary. It's on Etsy. I will link it down below. So I make soaps, lotions, lip balms, whole bunch of stuff. It's all bath and body products. I do custom orders. So if you have a wedding, baby shower, any kind of cool event coming up, I can work with you to make something special for it. Even if you just want a custom scent, I can do that too. For a lotion, I can do that. If you have a diamond painting event, I am more than happy to sponsor. I will talk with you and see what you would like to do. So yeah, I'm pretty open. I am working on doing international shipping. So, because I've gotten some interest from other countries. So that way everyone can order. I started my business back in 2020. And it wasn't because of the pandemic or anything. It was because of my son, Phoenix. That's why I named it what I did. My son, Phoenix, has SMA, which stands for spinal muscular atrophy. It's a neurodegenerative disease, which means the nerves between his spinal column or spinal cord and his legs do not produce enough of the protein that communicate between each other. So he's not walking right now. He did when he was 2, 3, probably 2, 2.5. And now he doesn't. He's in a wheelchair when he goes to school or out. Otherwise, he's crawling around my house. Or sitting. So yeah, SMA is, we went through a long time trying to figure out what was wrong with him, because he started out with just having a tremor in his hands, and oh, it's nothing to worry about. And then it kept persisting. And his pediatrician's like, no, it's nothing to worry about. It'll go away, but it never did. So they referred us to a neurologist, and he did MRIs and the test where they test the nerves with electricity. That was the first time I'd seen him with anesthesia, and oh my god, it was not natural to me. So, me being mom, started crying the first time I saw that. And so he went through MRIs, and they still couldn't figure out what was wrong with him. So they finally referred us to genetics. And they did something called gene sequencing, or exome sequencing. And they look at all his genes and figure out what's going on, basically. They can see if he's going to have cancer or anything like that. Well, I didn't want to know that part. I just wanted to know what was going on with him right now. So finally came back, and they said it was SMA. And the funny thing is, normally this test will not show missing genes, but it did. It showed that he does not have any SMN1 genes, which is the main component or main nerve or gene that builds the proteins for those nerves to interact. So they're like, well, we'll go back over to neurology, and here's what your options are for treatment, which was only one at the time, and his neurologist was one of the ones that actually came up with this treatment. And we started, it was a dose by injection in his lower back by taking out 5 milliliters of spinal fluid and putting the treatment in. It was once every 2 weeks for 4 months, 2 months, something like that. It's been a while. And then it would move to once every 4 months, and that's what he's still doing. He still does amazingly. Like, the first time he got this injection, he was sitting in his chair, and we had not seen this for quite some time, and he just started kicking his legs. Before, he didn't want to move them at all. So it was like, oh my god, this is totally a miracle drug. And we still swear by it to this day, because every time that he gets it, we see more and more improvement. Like, now he has built up muscle in his legs. And he took an assessment on Monday to keep getting this. It shows progress. And last time around, it wasn't very many 4s for his abilities. This time it was all 4s, and he tried to get up, to stand up on his legs. So that is amazing in and of itself. But for him to be getting all 4s when he was struggling before, it gives me hope. More hope than what I did before. But back to my shop really quick. The reason why I brought up Phoenix is because I named it for him, and he helps me. He's my cheerleader. He's going to have his own line that he picked the scent for, and a percentage of my profits go to Cure SMA, which is a charity that helps fund research. What else? Does fun things for families, hosts webinars for dealing with people and the frustrations and such like that. So I love that charity. And when he was diagnosed, it took me a little bit to find out about this charity. And when I did, they sent the biggest care package of just toys that will help his fine motor skills. And he wouldn't even know it because they're just fun toys, like Velcro fruits and vegetables that he can use. His little plastic knife set that came with it to cut and then put them back together, or just rip them apart himself. Kinetic sand, coloring, sticker books, and it was just, he loved getting it. He loves getting anything in the mail. So, to build on that, a very awesome lady, very sweet, got him his first diamond painting. So, he has been working on that. It is very slow going with him. It's maybe a handful of drills at a time, maybe even just 3 or 4. And I'm okay with that because it needs to go at his pace, not my pace. And he loves it, which I'm grateful for. And I've gotten things from Crystal Canvas Art Designs for him to do that will be given for birthday and Christmas, since that's right around the corner for him, since birthday's in November and then Christmas in December. We always shop early for him because I learned from my parents, because my birthday is in January and too far from Christmas to lump them all together. So I learned from my parents that you shop early so you're not having to spend all that money one right after the other. So I got like stickers and keychains and little statues for him to do too, that I thought might be a little less daunting than a big diamond painting. But yeah, I love my little boy. He will be getting tested on Monday to see if he has autism or anything like that, since I've noticed signs of autism. And if it is, it's mild compared to some kids. So it'll better help see the bigger picture of him and probably be able to help him better in school, because it's hard to keep him on task. Like when doing homework and stuff, he always wants to do what he wants to do, and I think that's also just him being strong-willed himself. But we'll find out. And that day is going to be long because we have a 2.5 hour drive to get down there. Then I have to sit for 4 hours without him as he's getting tested. Then it is a 2.5 hour drive back, and his appointment's late in the day. It's at 1, so we have to leave here by 9, I think it is. Because I like to leave time, 1, in case traffic's horrible, 2, so we can find where we need to go in the building, and I can also get him all ready for that. And then 4 hours from there would be 5, and we need to stop and get some food, so 15 half hour for that, so that's 5:30, and then the 2.5 hours, so that'll be 8 o'clock. He's gonna get to bed late that night and then have to go to school the next day. And Phoenix is in kindergarten. He was held back in early childhood because he wasn't making the progress. Plus, he didn't start until he was 3, and that wasn't until October. Or, no, November. Sorry. So, he missed 3 months of it starting. So, they held him back for that, which I think did him some good. But he does pick up other kids' behaviors really quickly, which I'm not liking so much, but I can't take away the sociability since he doesn't have any siblings or kids around his own age around here. Or if there is a couple kids next door, but they're not the kind of kids I want him to associate with. So he doesn't really get to socialize with kids outside of school, which is sad. And maybe eventually I might have another. But he's friendly, oh my god. He will say hi. He's very helpful. Like trying to put things in carts or help give the ferrets a bath, because we have 2 ferrets. And surprisingly, they did amazing with him. One nipped him right away out the gate, but he was being really mean, pulling tails and stuff like that. And they nipped him right on the ear, and he learned that you're not supposed to do that. So now they do well with him. We eventually want to get a dog, because I'm not a cat person. I'm allergic, as I said in my last Wip Chat. But I think he'll enjoy a dog, even though he's the cat person. Don't know what else. I don't have much to talk about other than that. I mean, next month Phoenix gets his next injection, which is again a 2.5 hour drive. That one, his appointments are in the morning and early afternoon, so we get out of there about 2, 3, somewhere around there. And we go get food sometimes. Sometimes we wait until we get home to get food. But it's another 2.5 hours drive back home. I wish they had a children's that did this procedure closer. But they don't, which is sad. And every time he has to go get this procedure, he has to go get a COVID test because of COVID. I know you're not supposed to say that, but I don't care. It's reality, and they can get over it. But yeah, the couple days before it. So that's a 1.5-hour drive to a children's that does it. And he does not like it at all. Like at first, oh, I'll be brave. But when the nurse comes out, he knows, and he just starts crying, and I have to hold his arms, and he's twisting his head, even though he's in a car seat. Well, booster seat, since he's big enough. So it's a horrible ordeal, but as soon as they're done, the tears clear up, and he's better. He's a silly little boy. That's for sure. So, I don't know. I don't really have much that goes on. Other than in my shop, I'm starting to make my Christmas stuff. Christmas winter stuff. There's my fall and Halloween up on my site right now. I'm trying to get international shipping. I have to talk to Miss Emily Hatch from Custom Pens by TJ that does international shipping and was recommended to go talk to her. I have to find a time where she'll be available because she has kids and she helps run the business and all that. I'll probably message her after I'm done with this. And Etsy does international weird because there's a tariff, but I don't think it's tariff, like it's not spelt right for it, or, well, I suck at spelling, so it might be spelled that way, and I just don't recognize it. So I need to figure that all out, or we might just have to do PayPal, and then I just send it out with the proper custom forms and whatever else I need for it. It's hard to find things to talk about for an hour. My life is not very exciting. Oh, I did message the owner of Crystal Canvas Art Designs that I did an unboxing for, my very first unboxing, to see if they do international shipping, and they do. All you have to do is go on their website, crystalcanvases.us, I believe it is. And I'll link it in my bio, in my description too. And see what you want. Then email them. I think it's support@crystalcanvas.us. I'll link both of those, the email and the website. And you tell her what you want. She will get the exact weight of everything and shipping cost, and tell you, and if you want to proceed, then you'll do it through PayPal. And there's some beautiful stuff, and they do, in their group, they just got to 10,000 members on their Facebook group, and they do fun things like you pay $2 per spot in this draw, or they're called razzles, and you can win multiple canvases, which some of them are just gorgeous. Like, I have another one that I'll unbox, but I have some Diamond Art Club ones that I'm going to unbox. And I don't know if I'm going to unbox the mystery kit that's coming or not, because people love to have them be mysteries. And I don't want to ruin that for anyone, because it's a mystery to me even, so I don't know if I really want to unbox it either, because I just bought it, and just because of who the artist is. Some artists I'm like, well, I don't know, so I want to kind of see. I'll first look up the artist, their artwork and such, and then I'll be like, well, I do like their artwork, but I still want to see what artwork they chose for the mystery. This one I didn't. I've seen some speculations on what it is, but I don't know for sure. And I think I want to do the true mystery. I'll have someone cover it all up for me. And as I work on it, I will get to see more and more of the picture. Tell me in the comments, do you rather have your mystery be a mystery, or do you like to know? I know it's a lot of money to spend on not knowing what it is. I get that, so I won't be like, well, you should keep it a mystery kind of thing. I'm not going to chastise you for knowing what it is, because I've done it. And I understand, it's a lot of money to be thrown away on something you might not like. I have 4 mystery kits, with 5 with the one on the way. And I know 1, 2, 3 of them. And then there's this one that I'm getting, and I'm not very good with names. As I've seen multiple people not be very good at names, but Ricky, I want to say, Ricky mystery that they came out with, I kept that one a secret, and I'm just like, well, I love the artwork of this artist, so I will totally do it. I have one mystery kit as a whip, and that is the Ivy Dolomore one that I got 2 rows done, and then I had to put it all away. Same with the Beast. The Beast is almost finished, but I don't have time to work on it because I'm doing all of these events. So I keep opening kits and finishing most of them. No, all of them that I've done for events so far. Like Rapunzel by Manzi Manzano, I did for Princess Along. I did Satira by Michael Gelina for Mike-a-thon, Rainbow Sparklers. What else did I do? Oh, I got to work on the Beast for a little bit in between. I think in August? No. Between Rapunzel and doing Satira, I got to work on the Beast a little bit. And then after I finished the Micathon and Rainbow Sparklers, which was only a month too, I think I worked on the Beast a little bit and waited until the 1st of September. Because then I did Aquarius for Drills and Chills and Festival of Witches, Ghouls, Witches and Goblins, Dpfspookyflings. Those were the events I did those for, or that one for. And that Aquarius was, the artist is Roy Trin, or some people know him as Roy the Art, as I found out. And this one, Awake Your Magic, is for Dpfspookyflings, Drills and Chills, and then and Ghouls, Witches, Goblins, and a new event, and that started October 1st, is Let Your Witch Goddess Free. So yeah, I do a lot of events. So I will be doing Jingle Drills and up to Snowgood. And I will link those groups down below as well if you want to join in, get to know other creators. So yeah, fun stuff. But I think starting in February, after all these events, I'm going to finish the other 2 whips before I do any more events, because storage is an issue and it kind of just drives me nuts. I'm so close to finishing the Beast. I have 6 or 9 sections left, and 3 of which are half sections. So it's really, would be 7.5 sections. Oh, and I did forget that in starting also November 3rd, I think it is, I will be doing Lunar Lupus, which is done by Midwest Dazzlers. And your painting either has to have a wolf in it or moon. And I was originally going to do Fire and Ice, which is the 2 different wolves. But then Diamond Art Club came out with The Haunting of Van Gogh. And I never think Halloween season is long enough. So I will be doing that one for that event, which is a 65 by 65 square. They've been doing squares a lot lately. But that's only because Diamond Art Club did mostly squares there for a while because they were fixing their round drills. I don't mind either of them. It's all about the artwork for me. not if it's round or square or how big it is, because the beast is a panel, and I believe it's 45 by 145, so it's really, really long. Almost has taken me a year, just because I keep stopping to do other things. I guess that doesn't matter as long as you come back to it, right? I don't know. There's not much else. I was thinking about doing a post review on Aquarius, but you guys have you haven't seen me work on it, so I thought my first post review should be this one, if I finish it in the allotted time that I have left. Of course, this is only the first week in October. To me, it feels a lot later. I don't know why, but then again, my timing has been off lately, and I think it's because I've been really tired, and not because I stay up late, because I don't really, or I try not to, because I gotta wake up with my son and get him ready for school and on the bus, which they have a special bus for him, because he takes his wheelchair, and they have a lift and stuff, and he just loves it. I think next time I'm going to have to find more topics to talk about. I only have 3 written on my little thing, and I still have a bit of ways to go to make it to an hour. And yeah, it's only been 42 minutes. I don't know. I guess I can tell more about myself. I was born and raised here in my little... Well, I wasn't born in my city. I was born 45 minutes away. Only because of the doctor telling my mom, "Oh, you're not in labor," when she was, for 20 days, because I was supposed to be born on the 1st. So yeah. The stories you get told when you get older by your parents. So yeah, raised here. My mom was originally from Washington, D.C. My dad was originally from Milwaukee. And I don't know much about how they met or anything like that. They never told me that. See, my dad is... How old is he now? See, my mom would have been 72. So, my dad is 69, I believe. Because he's 3 years younger than my mom. I mean, I could do the math from 2022 to minus 1953, but I don't feel like doing math today. I do math a lot. Today's not a day. I lost my mom when I was almost 24, she had COPD, emphysema. It was a long, she was on oxygen for 13 years, which is normally not the case when somebody is on oxygen. They don't last that long. But my mom was a fighter. So yeah, I lost her 10 years ago. I was 23, almost 24. It was on the 5th of January. My birthday's January 21st. Yeah, and then we had her memorial service because she was cremated on the 18th. And then my birthday, which my dad kind of forgot. And yeah, Christmas was in the hospital for her last one, and so starting kind of in November all the way till her birthday in February, I kind of have my low point because my mom was my best friend. Talked to her every day about anything and everything, and I lost that. Sorry, talking a lot, my throat gets really dry and I get froggy. So I try not to get depressed, and I make Christmas the best I can for my son. I decorate the tree and all of that good stuff. But it's a hard battle, for sure. And my dad's always, oh, you need to get on happy pills. Well, I don't want to be on happy pills. I will find what helps me out of there myself. I will find it, and diamond painting has helped a lot. Knowing that I can talk to certain people has helped. I tried therapy with a therapist, and they focused on more what is going on with my son than my past, because my past was not very good, but I might get into that down the road when I get comfortable with this whole thing of talking to YouTube people. I don't know correct terminology, but my community, I guess, is what it's called. And okay with having it be out in the internet, because I still do talk to my dad. I normally call him father, but I'll call him dad for right now. I didn't want to be like my half-sister, who refrained from letting my mom see her grandkids. I wasn't gonna do that to him, so he lives in Illinois, so he doesn't come over and bug me like he did when he used to live a block away. So I don't see him as much. So, and he doesn't see Phoenix as much, but I didn't want to keep Phoenix from him. But I always hear, when I do talk to him, I wish I never left. Well, that was your choice. Your choice to leave and be with another woman. Your choice. And then he's like, oh, I'm gonna leave her. And then he was gonna move even farther away to South Carolina. And I'm like, okay. You make no sense to me because you're always complaining about being so far away from us, yet you want to move farther away. Okay. But I think my dad, despite not wanting to admit it, his memory is going. And I told him a while ago that he needs to get checked out before it's gotten this bad. Because my grandma has caught Alzheimer's. Like, they've caught it to where it's just starting. And my dad is starting to show those signs. But of course, he's stubborn. Oh, I don't have that. I don't need to get checked out. He got so mad at me when I said, you need to get checked out. But then again, most humans get in denial about those kind of things and get defensive, but still, to get that mad at me, where you kind of hang up the phone and all that, a little excessive. I'm just trying to look out for you. But now he thinks he admits it, kind of. Like, oh, my memory's going. But he's also battled cancer twice, 3 times? Twice, I think. Throat and skin cancer. First it was skin cancer, then it was throat. So, I don't know. He might make it to the end of the world, and it'll just be him and the cockroaches, as he says. He always says, oh, I haven't pissed off enough people. But, I don't know. But then me and Death kind of have a weird relationship right now, because I hear somebody, like, I didn't even go to my grandfather's funeral because I was afraid, oh, I'm not gonna end up crying, and then my family's gonna think, oh, there's something wrong with you. Well, when I haven't grieved properly for my mother, my mom, then yeah, I'm not gonna be able to do it for anyone else. Slowly, I've done it in pieces. I haven't had that one good breakdown, ugly cry, I guess it would be called, but little pieces, because things remind me of her. So, I don't know, maybe one day I'll get it all out. I mean, I did finally tell my dad, what was it, last year? This year sometime? That I don't really care about my birthday anymore because it's coincided basically with the death of my mom, and he didn't realize it. He did not realize it at all until I told him. So that shows kind of how absorbed he was. Because he never even asked how I felt or anything like that. It was, oh, I pulled the bullet gun or blah, blah, meh. Sorry, I know I shouldn't be talking lightly like that, but it was a lot of about him and him falling apart. So I had to be the strong one. Had to be the shoulder to cry on. So I didn't cry. I didn't let it out. I didn't grieve. Because I had to be the strong one. So yeah, that's kind of how that happened. Yeah, I'm getting much deeper than I wanted to. But when you run out of topics, that's what happens. Plus, I want to be open about things like this. Especially if other people are going through it. Because then you know that you can talk to me about it. Just message me on Facebook, Instagram. Instagram is a totally different name. But I will link it. I don't mind it. I'll link it if I have to. If it means helping someone through what I've been through, or something like I've been through. I want good for people. I want to help people. I just don't want to shun people like a lot of people have done. I've seen a lot of people do. So yeah, that's me. Getting all deep and into my past. I mean, my past wasn't all bad, but a lot of the bad took away from the good. Which is sad. Because then it feels like you are robbed of a lot of your childhood and memories that would have been memories you'd remember all the time, and you don't. But I'm close to my time of an hour. I'm gonna cut it short because I just got too deep. And I'm running out of stuff to talk about that isn't actual things that happened in my past that are horrible. So please, not all my Whip and Chats are gonna be like this deep and about my past. I promise. So if you made it till the end, please put, let's see, a heart emoji in the comments. And if you made it, and if you like what you hear, consider subscribing, and please hit that thumbs up. It does help my channel. So until I see you next time in a video, bye.